new crafter video, stage 2 of the build on this one. So if you've seen the previous video, we went and had the Rhales Conversion sliding bed rail system put in. That was quite a while ago now, and we talked about the new headlights. So first of all, a bit of an update on these. These are still the original sample versions, but the problems we had with regards to the DRL staying on are not really a problem, but following the factory function, it's all been sorted and bench tested in the factory. So we're just waiting for the samples to come over now, and then if they do what we think they'll do, we'll get them tested in this, and then we'll get they'll be available, we'll get them on order. So headlight update there quickly. Interior wise, not done loads to this. We've had Hadley Trim come over and do all the seat trimming, so we'll show you that. We've kept with the original factory or OEM style outsides. I like the fabric finish, and just changed the centres to GTD fabric just to kind of give it a bit of character while maintaining that kind of OEM feel and look, and original fabric seats. I wanted to avoid going for a vinyl or leather effect here, partly because when it's used abroad this gets really hot in the weather, in the heat, and also I really like the OEM look and the OEM feel. So yeah, GTD trim on all these. So Hadley Trim's just come and retrim these two centre panels. Keeps it fairly cost effective as well, because you're not having to do a full retrim. It's just, still quite time consuming, but changing these panels here. And the same on here. So this is the original fabric that came on the Rhales Conversion bed, but he's retrimmed these panels here in the GTD trim just to give it a nicer finish all round, and not going crazy with any colours, so it allows us to be a bit more creative inside. We did toy with the idea of putting our yellow version trim in here, but the yellow didn't kind of match the chrome yellow of the van, and it would limit what could be done inside. So that's as far as we've got. Seat wise, the floor's been done, the insulation's been done. Obviously this is just the board that's down waiting for the final Carndine style floor that will go on afterwards. The sides have had sound deadening done. We've not gone over the top on sound deadening, but massively down to weight. You know, the whole idea with this project is to keep the weight down. So here all the panels have been sound deadened, because this is where the shower and the toilet are going to go. Everywhere other than that, it's just had an amount put in just to allow for a bit of sound improvement. So there's going to be one of them small split windows just here, but above where there's going to be 2 bunk beds. Same again on here. This is going to have a privacy window put in, all been marked out there. Sliding window to go in here. So this window's already been done on this side, which you can see. Nice to let that extra bit of light in, and also the 2 barn door windows have been done. So the reason why we've done those 2 windows now is we're going for the old traditional style carpet line system in this van, as opposed to your wooden panels that a lot of your kind of longer term home van life builds have, and they're purely for practicality. One, for weight, we want to keep the weight down by going carpet line in, and also just this thing's going to get used for a week, 2 weeks at a time, not as a full-blown live-in camper, so we don't necessarily need that whole kind of home country kitchen look. So these windows have been done because we won't be carpet lining these panels. It allows us to use the U-trim, but with all the others the idea will be we'll carpet line right up to the glass like we would do on a transporter, just to give it a lot more seamless effect. So that's not been done yet until the vehicle's ready to be carpet lined. Same with the others, and then the barn doors have been done. So these are all our own camper glass windows, and then these individual panels are all going to be trimmed very much like we would do on a transporter. A bit of a strange one this one is, because we're putting a tent box on the roof. This whole section here would be ideally where we'd want to put one of the max fans, but we can't do that because there's going to be a tent box on the roof. This thing needs to be 6 berth, which I'll explain in more detail as we go along. So we've got a little fan going there for the bathroom, a max fan going just there in that panel, and then another one going just there. You can see there where there's no sound deadening. Max fan dome fan for above the toilet and the shower. Really nice, simple, easy design with a 12-volt fan in that pops up when you're using it, and then seems to be industry standard to use the Max Fan Deluxes, which will be placed there above this bed, and then another one which will be just there above the kitchen. Like I said before, ideally you want those further apart so you can have a push and a pull, circulates the air, keeps it cooler and fresher in there, but we can't do that because the tent box is going on the back there. Which, considering this thing is such a monster, so long, it still does really limit the amount of space we have inside and on the roof. So tomorrow I'm driving this up to Scarborough to Williams. Anybody that follows the whole crafter thing will know Williams. They do some amazing bespoke roof racks. So what we've got to go on the top there is quite complex because there's quite a lot going on. So we spoke to Williams about making this a bespoke, custom made roof rack to absolutely maximise the space on the roof. Tent box cargo going on the back and this rear corner here. Ladder on the other side to climb up to the tent box with a little bit of a ledge, so you're not climbing straight out the box down the ladder. Again, all trying to save weight. So the goal with this Williams rack is to use as light as material as possible and as little as possible. We don't need all the mesh and all the extra coverings. It is just to bolt down what we need to bolt down. So tent box on the back, got spaces that are going to need to be left that are all marked out on the roof for the 2 fans, or for the 3 fans with a dome fan as well, and then 4 individual. So trying to maximise the space we've got. We've got 4 individual solar panels that are going to go there to give us the most coverage we can with the space that's left after the tent box. The idea with the tent box as well is if it's not being used, it can be taken off, and we're going to be able to put roof box, like a car roof box, there in the same space with the same rail width, just to allow for extra storage. And you can actually put that on top of the tent box. The cargos also have a rail system on them, so just depending on weight really. Again, it's all very much about weight saving. And then Williams are going to build the brackets for the Fiamma awning system on it. So Fiamma F45S, I think 4.25 metre when we went for in black. So yeah, they're going to build that. I'm going to take that off there tomorrow, and then in a couple of weeks when we go and collect it, it should all be done. So we'll give you an update then. So for now, that's it. Wheels we'll show you in this video as well. So a couple of options on wheels, but with the fact that this is going to have a tent box on the roof, and that's going to be quite high for whoever's up there, and also because I just think not being a 4Motion, going for the whole swamp and off-road look doesn't really suit what I think I want to do with it. So as we said before, we're going to lower it, bring the centre of gravity down, make it a little bit less wavy and a little bit less wallowy. Bit better for the person on the roof there, not that it's going to come down loads. So we think we're going to go for the whole 20-inch wheel, a smaller load tyre as we can get away with, that's still load rated and keep the roller radius. So we'll cover that later on in the episode. So for now, I think we're finished here. Long drive tomorrow up to Scarborough, long train journey back to plan some more of this build, but we're starting to get there. Plan is to get this thing up and running for the summer. Fingers crossed. Right, from there, which was probably 6 months ago, to here, it's changed. How long that's got, scruffy mess. So I am now, here's the crafter. Not a lot's done to it since the last clip that you would have just seen. It's got the roof rack on actually, so I think from there I took it off to Williams in Scarborough, and he built the roof rack for us, which is amazing. I'll show you later. I'll show you some more details as we go along, but stairs up the side there, nice roof rack made as thin and as lightweight as possible. The solar's on there, which is going to be changed actually, because I think the solar's going to be mounted to the tent box. Tent box is on the back there, takes up loads of room, which is okay with this being a long wheelbase, extra long wheelbase. And then we kind of just got stuck there, and I waited and waited, and we just didn't have time. Weeks turned into months, and it sat in the yard and didn't get touched. We weren't going to be going anywhere on holiday or anything because of COVID. Shows weren't really happening, so there was no real urgency. And then it got to the stage where I was waiting for our new unit to be built, so we had space to put it in and be done, and still the new unit got built, and then we filled it full of stock, and it was never happening. So I put a post up on our Instagram account asking if anybody could help us out, and thankfully the one person that I would love to have contacted me did. So Richard from Rhales Conversions, who does amazing crafters, dropped me a message and said, you're in luck, we've had a cancellation now, November, December, so we can do it for you if you like. So that's where I am. So it kind of worked out perfectly, because to be honest, he just do a far better job than we would anyway, because he does it all day every day. But here I am at Rhales Conversions. So I'll just take you in. So I've literally just filled this thing full of everything. New headlights, you would have seen. It's all just been lobbed in the back. I'm going to leave that for Richard and his team to unwind. There's a few things we want to try with this van that's not been done yet. So we've got the e-grill, we're going to pop in there, there's a couple of versions, a few little different things. I've had a good chat with Richard about my ideas of what I would like and stuff that he's done before, and seen some of the vans he's got here. There's a couple in there now that are being worked on. So we'll hopefully be back for updates along the way, or we'll try and post some pictures of how we get on. I'm looking forward to getting this thing back actually in a usable state and making the most of it. I just thought it'd be a good opportunity to give you an update on where we're at. So we'll probably finish this video after this update, and then we'll do a big final reveal when we're done. But so much been cracked on with it so far here. I'm amazed with the job these guys have done. It's going to look so good when it's finished. So I'm just going to take you for a bit of a spin round and show you what's been done since the last time we saw the video. Now this wheel's been put on the arch mouldings here. You'll see a little camera there. I'll show you what that is in a minute. Fitted the e-grill on this, the same as on the T6 and the T6.1. There is a dedicated crafter version of that coming soon, so just bear with us on that one. That one's kind of an adapted version of the T6. As you see from the side here, since you saw it last time, there's a few more windows in there.
I mean, it looks massive. Still got a few more weeks on it to get it finished, but I'll just spin you around and show you what's been done. Back there's got the windows in already. You can see some cables and bits hanging out. I'll spin you around inside. Bit of a change of plan on the solar panels from what we originally decided. The solar panels are going on the top of the roof tent that's up there for that extra spare room. Obviously it's got our new LED headlights in it, and if we move inside, it's no longer just a shell with the seat in it. Still the bare bones of lots of the cupboards and stuff, but it's well underway. Obviously we've seen this bed before that's on the rail system. The panels are all done, which have been finished in a really nice kind of white clean vinyl. Blinds have all gone in. Spinning around here, we've got induction hob, fridge, shower unit going in there with a compostable toilet going there, all well underway. Still plenty of work to be done there, but all the wiring and stuff's in. Roof really pleased with, so nice clean LEDs all the way through, which will all be on a dimmer. The lighting along the bottoms there, the same, all the way along the bottom of the cupboards. And then the individual LEDs in the roof are all going to be on dimmers as well, with the rear ones operating separately. Let me just show you the sink. Ooh, that nice big copper sink. So in the back here, you've got all the electrics, battery, everything you need for the solar panels. It's got the diesel heated water system here, and then an under cupboard air conditioning unit. Didn't want an air conditioning unit on the roof for this, just because I didn't want the extra height, and there's so much other stuff going on the roof. So this has got the cupboard kind of based compact Truma air conditioning unit with all the ducting going through the cupboards for the air conditioning to run on those hot Mediterranean days. Blinds in the back here as well, all nice and blackout. Little windows here with the vents in. More storage along the sides here. So as much storage as we can possibly get. There's a few more cupboards still to be built. This is going to be changed. More cupboards and more control panels and stuff. The 2 swivel seat bases are in. So double swivel there, single swivel seat there, so we can rotate that round when we're at shows and stuff to be heading backwards. There's another storage cupboard going to go at the top here above the cab, just to add anywhere. Some light stuff, you know, bedding and stuff can all go in there for extra storage. More cupboards to be added here. Just a single max fan, because it's got the air conditioning in it as well, and also to maximise the space we have on the roof for the tent box and for the solar panels. So this here is a cool little gadget. I'm super impressed with this. I'm so pleased we've had this fitted. So you'll see here, I'll give you more details on this when it's all done and hooked up. I was contacted by a company called Trailer Vision. I'd seen them at the Camping and Caravan show actually, and this camera system is brilliant. It shows you a full 3D view. When you've got a vehicle this size, blind spots are an issue. Well, that camera can be set in various modes. So you've got one little camera just there, you can see it's been color coded. You've got the other camera here that's just sitting in a little mount there for the front, which shows you a front view. You've got the other one on this side as well, nice and discreet because they've all been color coded to the same as the vehicle. And then you've got one on the back just there, same principle. Now what that shows you, in fact, let me just take you inside and I'll turn the ignition on and show you. So you can see there from the camera, hopefully it comes up, you can see a full 3D view of the vehicle. So that shows you while you're driving along, you can have it on this screen. It shows you if you've got any vehicles alongside you in your blind spots. It changes when you indicate to, the camera will change just to that side of the vehicle that you indicate. If you indicate left, the left camera comes on. If you indicate right, the right camera comes on. It can be set in the full front driving position, so it's constantly filming in front. When you put it in reverse,
put it in reverse, Terry! Put it in reverse! Oh Lord!
The reverse camera comes on. This already has a reverse camera which will be on this, so you've basically got dual reverse cameras there as well. Little switch you can see on the side here is so you can change the camera view while you're driving along. But all that information is then being stored to this hard drive here. There's a SD card in there. Not only is that a camera that's recording what's going on, you know, if you witness an accident, but it's when you park it up at night, it's recording. So it's basically like having a security system. Security cameras on constantly when you're inside the vehicle. Amazing bit of kit. I'm so impressed with it. It kind of, with a vehicle certainly of this size being so big, having the extra long, there is always the concern of your blind spots. I know you've got your blind spot mirrors, but to be able to have that visual from above there to know what's going on all around the vehicle, it'll just give me and whoever's driving it a lot more confidence when you know, using the motorways and switching lanes, and certainly when you're abroad, and it's all about alien when you're driving on the other side. Still plenty more to be done, as I said before, but I just wanted to come and give you a quick update while we were here anyway, and like I said, finish this video, but it's coming along so nicely. We went for kind of this birch ply finish on the cupboards. I really like that finish that you see. the kind of a two-tone, so the blue is to complement the chrome yellow of the outside. This mango colour, I think, underneath all the cupboards there is to complement the actual colour of the vehicle, just to try and bring that yellow from the outside onto the inside. But it's coming all together so nicely. And they've done some really nice details. So you'll see here, bit of Transporter HQ branding. Same again on the back. There's going to be a few little details of Transporter HQ throughout the vehicle. So I think, talking to Richard, probably another 4 weeks and we'll be able to use it. Good timing for the start of the show season, but we'll report back then. So I'm going to finish this video here. I'm sorry, I've filmed this in so many stages I can't remember how much of it's going in this video and how much we've shown previously, but hopefully it all comes together nicely. Outside's pretty much done, other than the awning needs to go on with the controls and everything for that, and then I'll crack on with the inside. So last thing, it's going to be 3 bunks. There's going to be a bunk here, bunk there, and a bunk there, so triple bunk. So this will sleep 5 with the double bed here that comes out, plus more people on the roof if needed, but 6 seats at the front there. So full on family, staff, whatever, massive camping vehicle. That bit of a step up from a long wheelbase T6, which is what we had before. So there we go, end of this video. I hope you're interested or finding the whole crafter thing a bit different from the transporter stuff we do, but we're seeing more and more interest in crafters because people like me get too old to cram all our kids in the back of a T6, T6.1, long wheelbase or short wheelbase, and that's where these crafters come into their own. And like I said previously, these things drive like a car. This thing drives like a T6. It's ridiculous, even being so big. It just drives so well. So yeah, hopefully this video was interesting to you. If you're interested in crafters at all, or you've got anybody else that's interested in crafters, we've got more products coming out for them all the time. You may have already seen the video before this on fitting the arch trims. We have Navis wheels that fit these and look really smart. I'm so impressed to how they've come out on this. There's obviously our headlights. We have the sequential side repeaters for the wing mirrors. They're imminent actually for these. We're just waiting for samples to be sent from the factory. But plenty more ideas and stuff we've got coming for the crafter market to kind of extend on from the transporter market. So hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do press the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you don't already, and ring that little bell so you get notifications when new videos come out, whether they're crafter or any of the videos we do. And as always, thanks for watching.